We have another question here. We hear the word serving. What is the meaning of serving? What do we serve? Who do we serve? From where do we what? Serve. From where do we serve? Now, I believe the serving is talking about is taken from Matthew 20, verse 26-28. It shall not be so among you, but whoever would be great among you must be your servant, and whoever would be first among you must be your slave, even as the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. Now, living a life of service, you must understand one thing, that each one of us, there is a purpose for which God created us and put us on planet Earth. The onus is on each one of us, number one, to find out that purpose, to find out why you are here, and to understand the work God has called you to do, because that's your place of what? Of service. Now, some are called to serve within church as pastors, as apostles. Some are called to be doctors. Some are called to be lawyers. Others teachers. You must find it out. Others businessmen. When you find out the place at which God has called you to serve, you must prepare yourself. If you're a preacher, you study to show yourself approved, a workman who rightly divides the word of truth and does not need to be what? Ashamed. You prepare, just like an athlete. If he's planning to go for the Olympics, he practices day in and day out and prepares for that service of running for his nation. Similarly, you also practice, you prepare yourself for that which you believe God has what? Has called you. Number two, when we serve God, irrespective of what title we have, whether you are chief usher, whether you are in the security forces, whether you are a pastor, you do work, but you do it as unto God. In other words, you look for your approval from God, not from man. This means I could be a teacher and the headmistress or headmaster does not recognize my input. I should do it unto God. I should look to God for my reward. I should look to God to pat me on the back and say, well, good, you good and faithful what? Servant. I should not look for the approval of what? Of men. Though it is important, that should not be what? Your target. Secondly, when you serve, you don't serving people for the sake of getting accolades and titles and bodyguards and awards and being a celebrity. No. You do it because you're doing it unto God. So whether you get a title, whether you get an award or not, you don't mind, because at the end of the day, you are doing what God created you to what? To do. If you're a videographer, you make it your point to be the best videographer there has ever been. If you are a chef, you cook the best meal you can ever cook, because you know you're doing it unto what? Unto God. And your reward will come from what? From God, not from man. So when you talk about service, we should think about Jesus. Jesus is the best picture of a true servant. He came to do God's will. And when he was doing God's will, he did not look for any approval or ululation and adoration from men. No.
Actually, the men betrayed him.
They betrayed him.
The people he served, they hanged him.
True.
They forgot all the miracles and the good things he did for them.
True. A friend of mine said that the guys Jesus fed yesterday are the guys today who are shouting loudest, crucify him. So this should inform you that when you are looking for approval or recognition, it do not come from people. Even the person you will serve best, even the person you will go out your heart to serve, may not actually appreciate your input. But if you do it unto God, you'll not even be resentful. It's okay if he does not
Somebody will
appreciate
do something bad and you're like,
it's okay.
Well, my motivation is serving God. As long as my God is appreciating, it's okay. There's also a verse that talks about if you do stuff and you want to please men, they will applaud you, they will award you. And the trick is that Jesus says that you will have received your reward. So don't expect another reward in heaven. So sometimes it's good when you're serving and people don't recognize.
True.
It's better, it's safer that way.
True.
Otherwise, many of us are going to reach heaven and the Lord maybe will be saying that, oh, but your rewards were already. You received, didn't you? I've heard some people who say, I want to get into these awards. I want people also to recognize that I'm doing something for the kingdom. And many young people have fallen into this celebrity mentality, especially in the things of God. I don't support celebritism and awarding in service of God, because men will appreciate you. They will give you the awards, and then you find yourself, many young people are working so hard to be recognized by men.
And they are becoming proud.
And then pride comes in.
You say, you call somebody to come and sing at your church, like, man, do you know that I am a Grammy Award winner?
I don't serve so many little people. How many are you in your church? How many are you in that conference? You are below 100. I don't serve that. Then you have missed the point. Serving God should come from the attitude of understanding who God is and who we are before God.